can get the fuck. I don't care. Please, let me talk. Let me talk. When I'm done, you can talk. Have your moments.
Whew. All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. To our returning subscribers, I want to say a very big thank you. And if you're just joining me for the very first time, thank you so much. Now, there was a big fight in the middle of the night. I watched it, and it was about food because we have a new head of house. His name is Jason Jae. We don't know if he's still going to be able to defend his head of house titleship, because today there's going to be the head of house challenger. So the hours of this morning around past 3 a.m., I was just watching, and then boom, I just saw that he was trying to address the house. After they'd done introductions, the lady had done introductions of themselves on Saturday night, and then when the boys came in, everybody decided to do introductions again. And I want to say they have amazing profiles, amazing personalities. People were doing it for themselves. But when you see that, you will also see the fact that it looks like they don't want to listen to each other. Jason Jae is head of house, and then he was addressing the house, saying that, I'd like to choose two people, Ortega and Big Soso, to be the ones in charge of the kitchen. And then Imisi wasn't having it at all. Imisi and Isabella. And just before that time, there was a little bit of a friction between Isabella and Thelma. What was it about? It wasn't a direct thing. It was about the fact that, Isabella was saying people shouldn't take food upstairs, to where the locker room is, where they change their outfits. So some people would take food downstairs and take it upstairs, and then they leave it there. It begins to smell, So she came downstairs and started, talking about it. And then Thelma was trying to tell her to, regardless of whatever it is, know how to talk to people. So, and then when Jason Jae was addressing the house, he said, I nominate Ortega and Big Soso to be in charge of the kitchen. And then he wasn't having it. That you can't tell us, or you can't tell me that you want these two people to be in charge. So what if I want to eat something? If there's something I like to eat, are you going to say I shouldn't eat it? So that everybody in this house came, they have equal rights, and that nobody has the right to tell her not to eat what she wants to eat.
Don't worry, I don't do my room. If anybody goes to the kitchen,
you literally could hear the head of house saying, listen to me, he was really on the top of his voice. At some point, some houseman needed to calm him down, to tell him that, guy, calm down. You've made your point. You're trying to see what's going to happen. But guess what? The house became so rowdy. I think this is the first time that I have been watching Big Brother that the house was really, really rowdy. I mean, there was no point where anybody was coming out for anybody. So now, the head of house now said, you know what? This whole food matter, I'm doing it because I do not want us to go hungry. As we speak, there's no plantain. Big Brother brought plantain on Saturday. By the time the boys entered into the house, the plantain had finished. So Big Brother had to bring another plantain. Now, I think Victory went into the kitchen and found out that there was no meat anymore. So they used it to cook stew, and meat has finished. Because I went into the house the other day, I remember I told you guys, I was in the kitchen area. I looked through the kitchen, and in my presence, people that was bringing things, right? People that was really bringing things into the house. We even thought that myself and some of the guys that were there were like, all these guys are going to eat too. Guess what, guys? Meat has finished. So, he was trying to tell the housemate that, it's for all of us. If by Thursday there's no food in his house, there will be a problem. He's the head of house. He needs to be able to manage all these things. But as he was trying to say that, he now said, if they like, they should listen. If they like, they shouldn't listen. What he's saying is this. These two people are going to be in charge of the food. Now, this is what he was saying, that there will be a roster for food. Now, the roster for food, right, would be that they will not eat any other thing outside of the roster for food. So if they have for morning, they have, let's say they have checkers custard with akara. If somebody doesn't want to eat checkers custard with akara, you know, the person would have to wait they are done with the food for general, then go and meet Ortega and Big Soso and ask the two of them permission to be able to cook noodles and egg. Now, it is now in the sole discretion of these two people who are in charge of the kitchen to say we have enough noodles that for you to be able to cook or not, which is sort of indirectly or indirectly, puts the whole control of the food in the hands of these people. Before, the head of house was like saying, what, people were like trying to explain to Missy and Isabella that, what, we're not trying to say she don't eat. We're trying to do this, we're trying to do that. That these people are just in charge of the kitchen and in charge of the food. But now the head of house is saying that, what, you can't eat what you want. Even if when you want to eat what you want, you have to wait for these guys to answer you.
Ortega and Big Sauce are going to be in charge of the kitchen. There's going to be food roaster for everybody in the house. Now, when it's time to cook, they would pick people that would assist them in the kitchen. Now, that being said, when the official food is done, if you don't want that and you want to make something for yourself, you approach them and say, oh, I want to make this. If resources is enough.
But we just saw that Imisi wasn't taking it at all. At some point, people started venting. The boss came and said, you know what, he's even mad at all of you. You guys are not listening and all of that. Ortega now came and said, what's your problem? He was asking Imisi, what's your problem? He was asking Isabella, what's your problem? And he was literally telling them that, you know what, you guys ate food and left leftovers. He was telling Isabella, there's something you left in the microwave. When are you going to eat it? And he was asking Imisi, there's this food that you left over there. When are you going to eat it? She was like, I covered it there and I'm going to eat it. The food is not going to waste and all of that. But housemates in general, some were in support, some were not necessarily in support of what the head of house said, but they like that there were people who were pioneering the satisfaction or trying to relay the way they felt. But it was only them that were the face of the people who were saying no to this and no to that. And what I see is this, that this is the beginning of discord between these housemates, because gradually we begin to see people, pulling into factions. They're the bougie girls, they're the soft girls, the likes of Sabrina, the likes of Jasmine, the likes of Ivada. These people are already in like their own zone. They're like the soft, girls who are like big girls in the house, right? Because yesterday when they were having a conversation and introductions, this girl was just like, you know what? Ruboy would ask them, are you single? Because it was coordinating the introduction. Are you single and searching? They were like, well, it all depends on the guy. Thelma was even like, you know what, I'm going to, if you need somebody to cuddle you on the way, why not? But I'll still need to wait to do my own background checking outside, apart from what Big Bird has done. And I do not see any problem with that anyways. But in the long run, it just shows that problem started in the house, and it seems like these people cannot coordinate it. I also feel like the head of house went overboard, by shouting. He was really raising his voice. They're still my thoughts. Yes, you're the head of house. It's like there's no point still telling them you're the head of house. It's like a man saying that, I'm the leader here. Calm down. Everybody knows you're the leader, but there's a way to address, because leadership is not by shouting. There'll be people who do not like your leadership. There'll be people who do not like your style of leadership, but you have to carry everybody along. You can't shout on these people and shut them down. That's my view. I know that people can be erratic and all that, but you are the leader, and there's a way to go about these things. Okay, so even ask them. I even would say, ask them. Yes, you know what you want to ask them. Okay, this is what we have. Can we do like a check of the food that we have? How do we eat these things? What do we have these things? Now, the people who you see are not blah, blah, blah. Put them in charge of the food. People like me, people like, okay, you guys come, can you guys join the team of the people that we just, because he was saying that these two people, Ortega and Big Suso, will now choose who they want to work with them. So in my point, you're the head of house, and I don't think that power should shift from you. Put the people together. There can be more than two people in charge of the team. But if you're now telling a fellow housemate to now choose a fellow housemate that will come and join them in the kitchen, and if the person doesn't want to join them in the kitchen, what happens? It now becomes an issue. Then I'll go and report to you, and then you report to Big Brother. So it was a whole lot, but we're going to see how that plays out today. All right, that's it on this video. Stay close to my channel. Go watch the show. Definitely streaming 24 hours, 247 on DSTV, GoTV, DSTV stream, GoTV stream, Showmax. Right here, we'll come back to talk about it. I'm going to give you full highlights and updates of things that are happening in the house. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bells, and guess what? You get notified whenever I post a video. Going on social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, Twitter, and on TikTok, and follow me at Olufemi Daniel. Until next time, I come away again very soon. That's bye for now.